Got one like, but yet no one joined yet. Oh, finally, someone joins. What up? What's up? We're just gonna wait a while until more people decide to join in. I know I'm streaming on a Tuesday, which is unusual for a weekday, but hey, I had some time today, so I figured why not give you guys a treat. Hello, JB Films, welcome. I'm glad you can make it. Let's see. Alright. I want to be able to get the position right, just so I don't feel uncomfortable when doing this. What's up, Bubba's World? I knew you can make it, since it's 4 o'clock in your location. Oh wait, no, 3 o'clock, my mistake. So I don't think there's many channels to going through since I just made a 50-minute video earlier this month, so we'll see how this goes. But I'll wait a good 15 minutes and then we can get going with them. In the meantime, just enjoy this quiet game show I'm playing right now. That's my bird. Please ignore them. I really tried to tell them to quiet down, but apparently they do not listen. Oh wow, 10 people. What do you mean, boo? Explain yourself. Oh my goodness, 24 people. Dang. It's only been 3 minutes and we're not even getting started yet. Okay, Lily, I don't know what you mean by boo. What are you trying to say? Not answering? Alright, we're gonna oh. Alright, we're just gonna ignore that person. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes here. Give you guys a chance to join in. Hello, Wubsy fan. Welcome. So don't like Yin Yang Yo? Is that supposed to be a question? Because if it is, yes, I don't. I'm sorry, but I just can't get into the show. I can't. The Fairly Odd Parents is way better in my opinion. To those leaving and wondering that I'm not going to do much else, don't worry. I still am going to do some things here. Just kind of just trying to think what channels I can do since I've done that long video earlier this month. Unless you guys have suggestions. Yin Yang Yo looks similar to Wubsy. Well, in a way, kinda, but I'm not sure if I said this before, but I think Wubsy's kind of a better show. Even though I still don't like Wubsy. Can't you believe that 2008 was 18 years ago? Of course. How I would improve Disney Channel schedule. Alright, let's take a look at it. The hands and feet look similar? Yeah, I guess I can see it. Also, can you do Cartoon Network schedule? Is there any particular like reasons to doing Cartoon Network schedule, even though it seems like the same? There's no changes. So let's go to channel 300. Opinion on Yao Kailan. I'm not a fan of it, but I guess in a way it's a little bit better than Dora in the same context that it's like I don't know, it's less annoying, I guess, and there's more feeling to it in a way. Oh, look, we got one of Party TV's favorite modern shows. Hey, AJ. Of course, I never seen it, but I've seen his review on it, and I'm actually surprised he likes it. Well, since they use 2D in the show, I think it's understandable. Yeah, I've heard that. They will be bringing back Summer Camp Island. Is it like the 30th or 31st or something, or the week of that day? Dora or Kailan? Oh, Kailan for sure. Oh, fun fact. I don't know if you guys watch Mad from Cartoon Network, but they actually made a sketch on the show, a segment where they had both Dora and Kailan in the same segment. I think it's called "Are You Karate Kidding Me?" And there's like cameos from Kung Fu Panda and all that. That's pretty funny. Dora and Kailan never interact in that segment, but in a way they kind of do because in the ending scene where Dora is beating up the guy from the Karate Kid movie, Kailan says, "That's Chinese. For somebody help me." So in a way, it's kind of like they're interacting, but not really. Roleplay Scooby roasting Yin and Yang. Well, I've barely seen it, so I don't know if I can. Hey AJ is a pretty good show. Not to me, but if you like it, I can handle your opinion. By the way, remove Iron Man and his awesome friends. No one asked for it. No one. Well, I didn't even say anything about it. It's like they were asking for new take this for example. Imagine if someone like one of the Disney Disney Channel CEOs was like, "Okay, what new show should we make?" And someone's or like me, I'd be like, "Well, don't make like Iron Man," and then I get cut off, and then they'd be like, Iron Man and his amazing friends." It is no. Some say Yin Yang Yo is a disgrace to Websy. I can see it. The blue and pink rabbit. Yeah, that's the only main thing I know about Yin Yang Yo. Even though I haven't seen the show, I do know the main characters. But that's it. So I don't know how I would improve the Disney channels. Like I know I have done Disney Channel reviews and stuff, schedule reviews, like how X-Men 1991 would say. But I don't know how I would really improve because I'm familiar with Disney, but I'm not that familiar like how I am with Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network and Game Show Network and stuff like that. And PBS Kids too. Let's see exactly where that'll be. I know it's still going to be on Discovery Family, but let's see for CN because I know they're going to replace Prince Ivanhoe, but let's see how far my TV goes from here. Next week maybe. I think it's on that Monday. Yeah, there we go. So it's starting on Monday, February 2nd at 12:30. Maybe have us design the schedule. I can suggest a few shows. Well, if you could name like at least 20 of them, maybe like 5 per comment, that would be helpful. I prefer Scooby-Doo over SpongeBob. Well, I actually agree with that because I lost interest in SpongeBob like a few years ago. Like I remembered around 2018, that was like the first year I started like watching SpongeBob a lot less frequently. In 2020, during the COVID pandemic, I remembered watching more of it since I had nothing else to do. But around 2022 or 2023-ish, that's when I was starting to lose a lot of interest. Like my opinions went from good to okay, and then like around 2024, I'm like, nah, I don't like the show anymore. It's getting too stale. But here's the funny thing. Thomas the Tank Engine is another one of those shows um that lasted for a long time. But here's the thing. I still have interest in the show, mainly for the model era, because I could care less about the CGI era. The first 12 seasons of that show are absolutely fantastic. Well, seasons 8 through 12 are like hit and miss. They're kind of decent, but those first 7 seasons, they're the best hands down. Hello, Randallton Brewster, or as you have your name as what do I even put there? Kind of funny. SpongeBob should have ended after either the 2004 movie or at least after season 5 ended. I'm not going to read that comment. That is rude. If you're going to make hate comments, then get out of here. Also, characters keep getting flanderized and derailed. I can see that. COVID-19 feels dead nowadays. Yeah, it does. Like, I barely see anyone around with masks, so yeah. Which is a good thing, because I remembered around 2020, it was terrible. But now, like 5 years later, or a few years later, it got better over time, which is a good thing. Oh, I didn't see this one. Those are show suggestions. Okay, I get it. We'll come back to that in a bit. SpongeBob went from a cheerful adult to a crybaby in later seasons. Squidward became an even bigger punching bag, and not in a good way. Ouch. In all honesty, I'm really happy to have you here, Randall, because I remembered making another stream. Like I believe it was around July. Yeah, the summertime of last year. The summer of last year, and you didn't join. But I'm glad you were able to join this, so thanks. We will be doing some commentaries at 1:30, so yeah, stay tuned. Do you have any episode ideas to Plush Adventures? Unfortunately, no. And the main reason for that is because I'm not interested in plush series, which is probably one of the main reasons why I lost interest in SML. Sorry to make that big fan of the channel disappointed, but that's the truth. Do you think Whoopsie ends up good with Fairly Odd Parents or Yin Yang Yo? Fairly Odd Parents, actually, yes, because it is similar in a way. Season 6 present only sped up the decline and killed the show and rely on gross out and wacky faces and one note tropes. Yeah, basically. Oh, we got John D. Amato. So he's saying, I have an app called Netfly and I get Nickelodeon Spain and Portugal same feed, but the Spain version has English on the app, but they are airing Max and Ruby on there, which is nice. Oh yeah, that's cool. They should air other stuff like Blue's Clues and like Backyardigans and Wonder Pets and stuff like that. That'd be cool. How is it similar in a way to Wubsy? Well, it's not really about the animation, but the music in a way is kind of similar, even though I don't think Guy Moon did the music for Wow Wow Wubsy. He did, well, obviously, yeah, for the Wonder Pets. Oh yeah, before you guys say it, I did hear the fact that Guy Moon sadly passed away. That sucks. That is very sad. Now Nick Jr. is just the dumb Paw Patrol channel 24/7. Uh-huh. I mean, um here's something I actually want to share with you guys. Just like a few days ago and yesterday, I guess, they were actually not showing any of these shows on the guide. It was basically just to be announced, which is crazy. I don't know what to say about that, but it is weird. But at least they do have shows on there now, so it's not a problem. You know, Cartoon All Stars to the rescue. Uh, what is that? Is that one of those Nickelodeon things? They even have iCarly, Sam and Cat, and Victorious also on the global international feeds on Nickelodeon. Oh, interesting. How would you improve Disney XD schedule? Okay, I'll get to that in a bit. In a bit. Yeah. Sorry I said that twice. Okay, let's I don't know what else to say. By the way, I was discussing about SpongeBob's decline since season 6. Oh. Well, you're right on that. I have a DeviantArt account. That's cool. Let's go back to Disney since people suggested that. Do you know Jessie from Pokemon? Yes, I do. That anti-drug PSA crossover. Oh! Okay, now I see what you mean. What are your thoughts on most of the Nick Jr. SPTP bumpers being found? Oh, I know what that means. Smart place to play. I like that. Like that is a big part of my childhood and like one of the golden ages for Nick Jr., even though it was around the time when Moose and Z left. But yeah, that was a good era for Nick Jr. because yeah, they were bringing in those newer shows, but at the same time though, they had a bunch of those oldies that were from Noggin, which is amazing. Too bad around like 2015 through 2019 they started to get rid of those older shows, but I mean, what could we do? Like I was very crushed when I found out Blue's Clues left Nick Jr. Like that was a terrible decision. For the reboot or not for the reboot, that was still a suckish decision right there. Swipe up a little bit for more context. You know, so since Bubba actually suggested some shows here, I'm gonna just use all of those for the how I would improve thing. So he put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, technically, they're all of those shows are currently on. Well, some of those shows like Gravity Falls, Amphibia, and The Owl House are currently on Disney XD. But okay, we need to get back to context here. So let's just go to the 26th just as like a starting day. So yeah, just like what I've stated before, they have those. Yeah, all this Big City Greens is just ridiculous. Like I don't know what Disney XD's thinking. Like their schedule is decent, but the whole Big City Green nonsense is ridiculous. So it's like maybe after 2 hours, at 6 o'clock you can put in that Winnie the Pooh show. 7 o'clock you can do Pickle and Peanut. 8 o'clock you can do The Owl House. 9 o'clock you can do Gravity Falls. 10 o'clock you can do Darkwing Dunk. Darkwing Dunk. Oops. Darkwing Duck. Excuse me. And then like throw in some Phineas and Ferb and like maybe some other Winnie the Pooh shows just to make Bubba's World happy. Yeah. And then you could probably just spread that out through the entire schedule. I even heard they got rid of the specific show bumpers on Disney XD to make it more like Disney Channel. Wow. That sucks. That actually is bad. Opinion on Pokemon. I'm not a fan of it, but I know one of my friends loves that show so much to the point where his entire channel is basically surrounded with Pokemon stuff. I like Nick Jr. from 2012, but it's apparent that Nickelodeon or Viacom at the time was getting rid of them, but they brought Moose and Z back on the Noggin app in 2015. Yeah, that is true. All that's true. I've always wondered if the special could air on MeTV Toons, Boomerang, and Cartoon Network. That would be cool if it did, but there are some Disney characters in there, as well as Warner Brothers characters like Bugs Bunny. So I don't think that's possible, unless they're able to get some licensed rights or something. Since the one hand, Disney cartoons are nearly impossible to get the rights to, but on the other hand, Looney Tunes, the Smurfs, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters appear in it. Yeah. And although it would be cool to seeing like Disney characters appear within or on Cartoon Network or Boomerang, it would be a little bizarre too, because it's like they don't belong on there. But then again, Cartoon Network has aired Who Framed Roger Rabbit before, and characters like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and like all those characters and Goofy and stuff, they appear. So yeah, that's bizarre. Scooby Doo feels more underrated than SpongeBob, even though it came first. I guess. Which is more underrated, SpongeBob or Wow Wow Whoopsie? Oh, that's tough. I guess Wow Wow Whoopsie, but that doesn't mean I like the show. It would be a great way for them to go out with a bang. It would be. All right, let's leave. There. Jesse is a bit bossy, I guess. Well, yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on Geometry Dash? I haven't really played it, but I have heard of the game. It's I guess in a way it's hard, but it is nostalgic too. Can you do the Pluto TV Kids channels because they're actually good? Now, I think you're the same one that mentioned something about me doing Pluto TV channels. And I've stated before that I'd love to do those, but the problem is I can't access the channels. If you want some like proof that I can't, we're going to go over right now and try that. So here are all my apps. Um I do have Pluto TV, but look what happens when I press it. 2001 was 25 years ago. Yeah, for sure. You see, I can't even access the channels. Apparently, it was something different before, but I don't think they're doing this anymore, which is kind of sad. I was able to access them before, so I don't know what happened. I think they just went through a massive update or something. Can you do Boomerang? Oh, yeah, yeah, I gotta do that. Making a Wait, actually just press next? Let's see what happens when I do that. Alright, let's see what happens. They want you to have an account. I forgot what the button was called, or skip. Yeah, whoopsie, you're right, I did turn 20 in 2022. Go figure. We're gonna get to Boomerang later, but first I need to see what happens with this. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, again, I don't know why they did this sort of change. It's weird. Okay, let's go to Boomerang really quick, and then in the next few minutes, we'll get started with some commentaries. You have Pluto TV too? I mean, yeah, yes I do, but um apparently they won't let me look through the channels. Like the only logical way I could look through the channels for Pluto TV is if I press this button on the small remote known as Watch Free TV or Watch Free Plus, I meant to say. Pluto? Okay. Let's see, where is it airing? Oh, there we go. Did this just, like, start airing, or was it, like, a while ago? I think it just got started. Yeah, so they are showing the Pebbles and Bam Bam show on Boomerang now, which replaced the Flintstone Kids. That's cool. Click on Not Now. Oh, okay, let's try that. Yeah, Wubsy the coolest gerbil. At this point, you should just call yourself the Wubsy fan. I don't see a not now button. All I see is next and limit feature. Maybe limit features. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I know how it works. Okay, I guess I can do the channels here, but another problem is I can't access the full day or weeks. It only goes up until like 12 hours. Actually, there's still a little bit of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do an example here. Oh, Letitia Shija finally joined. What is your favorite decade, 1990s or 2000? Well, let's see. That is actually a tough one. I'm gonna have to say 90s, even though I was born in the 2000s. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Danny Phantom is showing on a Totally Turtles channel. At least they're showing, so that's cool. Channel guide. So let's see how far this goes. The buttons are a little bit like wonky here, kind of. Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I do have 90s kids TV, Pluto TV, and Drake and Josh is showing. That's dope. Wait, you finally tuned in? Gotta tune into the Nick 90s channel. What is that gonna... yeah, what's that gonna do? Is it, like, it's not gonna affect the fact that we want older shows or something? Like, it's not like they're gonna send a message to Nick saying, "Oh, people are watching our older shows. Maybe we should bring them back." I know you really want those shows to return, Leticia Shija, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm sorry. Nick doesn't care. Okay, so this is weird. It only goes up until 5. See? See, guys? Now you know why I can't... Now you see why I can't, do these types of schedules. As much as I want to do that, I really can't. Because there's not a lot of information confirmed. Remember Dora TV? Oh, yeah. They replaced that sorry channel with Peppa Pig TV. Gee, I wonder why. Oh, yeah. The best thing to do, fan interest, stop saying my other name. My name is actually JLS Media. Why can't you change your name to that then? Nick cares about you know who. Yeah, we already know who Nick cares for. They care for who lives in a pineapple under the sea. No. Frick no. This is actually not my channel. Let's see. My videos, here we go. They also replaced Zoom Zoom and Totally Teen with the iCarly channel and 90s Kids TV. Why do I keep saying TV? 90s Kids 2. Hello, Jay Seffer. 90, yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know why they did that per se, but I guess iCarly was doing so well on Totally Teen that they just put that channel, made that show have its own channel, in which I honestly don't mind because iCarly is one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows of all time, so it's cool. That guy has been running too long. Very true. That guy needs to end now. Okay. So, yeah, um for those tuning in, if you haven't looked at the schedule correctly, I will be doing commentaries on 3 videos. So I'll be doing 2 rants and 1 salute. So I'll do the Oswald rant, my Peppa Pig rant, and my Crashbox salute. Good afternoon. Oh, thanks, LD Flores 28284. I'm gonna wait a few minutes, and then I'm gonna get started. 27 years. Ugh. SpongeBob is actually going to be mentioned in my Peppa Pig rant, so yeah, stay tuned. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Oh, okay. Not gonna lie, they should replace 90s Kids 2 with a Nick Jr. Retro channel. That would be cool. Um, I don't know. I don't know if you guys know about this, but on Paramount Plus, they actually have like a small live TV channel known as, or if you want to call it a channel, I guess, called Preschool Corner. And they hold some shows from Nick Jr. such as Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, Peppa Pig, Team Umizoomi, Bubble Guppies, and Blaze and the Monster Machines. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how they hold some old shows, but at the same time, they hold they hold some newer shows as well. Peppa Pig, yeah. Of course Peppa Pig's on that channel, like why wouldn't it be? Wait, I'm missing some shows. So let me say it again. We got Blue's Clues, Dora the Explorer, Peppa Pig, Bubble Guppies, Team Umizoomi, Paw Patrol, and Blaze and the Monster Machines. There we go. You want to know what my least favorite episode of Blue's Clues is? Is it a part of the Steve era or the Joe era? What's your opinion on Oswald's animation? Well, I'm going to be mentioning it here, but right now, my modern opinion, I think it sucks. But it was early 2000s, so I guess it gets an exception. But at the same time, though, the animation's not good. Joe era. Okay. Now, here's another way to break it down. Is it a part of the? Okay, so it's either 5. It's from either seasons 5 or 6. So is it in the Is it in the section of the episodes where Joe draws the clues, or is it in a section of the seasons where the clues draw on their own? In other words, the talking clues. Talking clues. Okay. So there's only 15 episodes with the talking clues. Now, is it a part of season 5 or season 6? After I answer this guy's question, I'm gonna get to the commentaries. Okay, Aaron, that question wasn't for you. It was for Bubba's World. Okay, there we go. Season 6. So let's see. We have Love Day, Blues Wishes, what else? Soccer Practice, Blue Stock, Joe's Clues, the Fairy Tale Ball, Playdates, Skidoo Adventure. Well, I would say Legend of the Blue Puppy, but here's the thing. Legend of the Blue Puppy, Skidoo Adventure, and Blue Stock actually don't use the talking clues. So I'm going to say that none of those are your least favorite. So if they're not, it should be any of the other 6. So my guess, I'm going to say Joe's Clues. Ah, I was right. My least favorite is Joe's Clues, which might seem like it's a cute cute change of pace, but right off the bat, they don't have the balls. They don't have the balls to let Blue sing the Play Blues Clues song by herself, nor have Joe lunge at the screen like Blue does, as scary as that would be. Yeah, I guess, but Blue has jumped on the screen a bunch of times. I don't think so. It's not scary, I'd say. Yeah, I had a feeling. I kind of thought, that would be your least favorite because I think the cartoon koala also hates that episode. Edo Flores, I don't understand. But Bubba, you do have a point. They could have done the exact same thing with that, like how they do with like in a normal Blues Clues episode, but it's like a role reversal type thing. But yeah, at the same time, though, I can understand why they didn't do that. Like, but it would be cool to have Blue bark the entire Play Blues Clues song. I mean, she did bark the entirety of the Mail Time song, but not the Play Blues Clues song, short or otherwise. Yeah, that's weird. They could have just done the entire Play Blues Clues song in that one episode, but I guess they didn't want to because they wanted to save time for Blues Room. Understandable, but still, it would have been cool. Nickelodeon or Disney? I'll say Nickelodeon since there's a lot of shows there that I like. What's your opinion on Maya Miguel? I barely seen the show, but according to Cute Mimi 25, he says that show's a bit better than Dora the Explorer, and I'll agree to that. Like, even though I haven't seen the show, in a way, it's a little bit better. So I agree with him. And instead of letting Blue play Blue's Clues by herself, Joe has to embarrass himself by leading Blue to Duck, who is just him in a costume. He leads him to Little Red, who is just him in a costume. Yeah, and they lead to Blue and Joe. I guess he just wanted to like show Blue how to play the game, but it's like, why do you even need to do that if Blue's done that like over 100 freaking times? What's your opinion on the Wild Thornberries? It's a classic. Okay, we're really far beyond schedule, so I'm gonna get to the first commentary. Crayar Rants number 6, Oswald. In which I need to point this out here, but I'm not gonna be reading the chat when I do the commentary. I know I have done that in the previous 2 streams that I've done commentaries, but for this one, I want to try to see if I can do the commentary first, and then I can come back later to read the comments. Sound like a plan, guys? Oswald. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on 35. Yeah. Oswald. So let's go ahead and get the first commentary started. My rant on Oswald. Let's go.
Oswald? What? No, more like Poopwald.
Poopwald? Oh gosh, that is actually funny. And fun fact before I continue here, I actually got inspired with this rant. This rant was inspired by some guy named Ian Pester, who pretty much did a rant on he did a rant on the show as well. And I pretty much just of course took inspiration and said the same things like he did. In which some people actually don't like that guy, but he did rant on certain things we don't like. But at the same time, though, he ranted on other stuff like Brendan Barney and like custom characters and stuff like that. So yeah, poop walled exactly.
Oh my gosh, this show stinks.
Nah, this show sucks, man. Oh man, here we go again with these freaking ridiculous like ad things. I've already talked about that in the first stream of the commentary videos, so I'm not gonna rant on them here. But you should already know what I'm gonna say.
This show involves a blue octopus named Oswald, and he likes to go on failure adventures together.
Again with that garbage failure adventures thing. I really don't know why Go Animate styled rants use that. Like it makes no sense. It would make more better sense if we said who likes to go on who likes to go on successful adventures, but I don't like them. Like that would make more sense than saying they go on failure adventures. Don't you guys agree?
Um, Oswald has to be one of the most stupidest characters in this entire show.
Well, he is well, not really. I mean, he does know how to cross a street, look both ways. That is important when you're going out walking on the street and stuff. And I don't know, he is kind of smart. He is like a bit clumsy, like in that one episode when he gets catched, like gets blown by the wind. But yeah, he's not completely stupid like Patrick Star or Cosmo or Ed or some examples I'm given.
And the reason why is because he's just stupid in his own ways. You know, he does stupid things. And the worst part I don't like about this show, yes, I'm going to say this early, is that the town's buildings look like, I don't know, objects or rectangles or something.
Okay, that is stupid. Okay, of course they're objects. Of course they're rectangles. That's how buildings are. I don't know what I was thinking with that line.
Which I know they are rectangles, but they just look kind of weird if you look at it. And
Well, they don't look that weird, but I guess the way they're animated, okay, but come on, they're not that bad.
other characters, they just look like inanimate objects that, you know, like a snowman, a pumpkin head, you know, those characters.
I honestly don't really mind object characters like BFDI and Inanimate Insanity, but I guess in this show it is weird. Though I don't mind Johnny the Snowman. He's kind of a cool character.
Talking butterfly. Oh my gosh, isn't that stupid or what?
No, not really. I mean, yeah, it does look weird again, but they're not that bad. Like I don't mind the butterfly actually. She's not that bad of a character.
Anyways, this is his dog Weenie. I'm zooming up a bit.
You don't need to say that. Like that's breaking the fourth wall right there. Okay, now before my past self gives um the thoughts on Weenie, I must say the opinion I have, the opinion I have of this character and the reason why I hate him is completely invalid. Like, take a listen.
This is his dog Weenie, and he's at first I thought he reminded me of Kipper, but he actually looks like a hot dog.
I mean, Kip, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to call that dog Kipper. Like, I wouldn't say he's a complete ripoff, but in a way, he is similar. So yeah, I did say hot dog. Well, isn't that why they decided to name the dog Weenie? Like, he's supposed to resemble like a weenie. I don't know. That sounds about right.
If as seen in this picture that you're looking at right now. Anyways, yeah. Uh, I don't. I don't think some people think he's cute, but in my opinion, I don't think he is cute. Not one bit.
Well, my past self would think that. Now, I kind of like Weenie. Like, again, the reason I said why I hated him is because he's a hot dog. No, that's completely invalid. That is completely invalid. Mm. Oh boy, now we got this penguin character who, if you don't watch the show or haven't watched the show, in which I'm pretty sure all of you have, um, he has a name from his name is one of the Thomas and Friends characters. So yeah, look.
Anyways, this is one of Oswald's friends, Henry, and I just think he's a bad character in my opinion. And the name Henry reminds me of Henry from Thomas the Tank Engine. Man,
Oh my god.
it's like all these names from these shows that I'm ranting slash alluding on reminds me of familiar names to Thomas the Tank Engine.
Well, I mean, they have to like would not only would characters have names from Thomas, but all the names from the show are common names. Thomas, Edward, Percy, James, Toby, Emily, Spencer, characters like that. They of course they would find them in other shows. But yeah, the fact that I actually said that even in my past that I'd say that he reminds me of Henry the Green Engine makes total sense. But Henry and Oswald, I guess he's not that bad of a character. He's okay, but he could be kind of clumsy at times.
Anyways.
Oh boy.
Zoom out. This is another one of
So I have mentioned in the video that this was pretty much the only clean picture of Daisy I can find, and that is no joke. When I was looking up pictures online for these characters in the shows, again, this was the only clean version of Daisy I could find. Like I couldn't find a clean version of her smiling or something like that. And this is such an unusual one to do, especially of the expression.
Oswald's friends. Her name is Daisy, and she is very annoying.
She's not that annoying. I think she's kind of cute a little bit, but not really. She's actually a memorable character.
I mean, really, super duper annoying. The reason why I found this picture is because this is the cleanest picture I could find.
Oh man, you gotta love the fact that I keep making fourth wall breaks in these videos. I adore it.
Anyways, the animation is stupid.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, this was early 2000s, but come on, man, cut them some slack. Not all shows. Well, yeah. Not all shows from the 2000s had animation, but I mean, look at the Backyardigans. They have bad animation, but it was the early 2000s, so yeah. It was kind of well, CG alongside some 2D animation shows were outdated around the time, so I guess so.
The stories are lame. The episode titles are atrocious.
Atrocious. Well, not really. Some of the episodes fit, like with The Last Marshmallow and that ice cream truck episode. So that opinion alone, I don't stand by.
They have a lot of flaws in the show. The characters are lazy. The
characters are lazy? No. They do stuff. They don't just sit around doing nothing all day. Of course not.
They're dumb, stupid, annoying. And the show itself is just plain dumb.
Well, not really. And again, I don't like Oswald now, but I know a lot of old school Nick Jr. fans still like him. Still like the show. And that's fine. Like compared to the shows we have now, this show is definitely not that bad, but in a way it is still bad.
I'm just glad the show got canceled. Thank goodness.
And it only lasted for one season, which I'm surprised by. That and Jack's Big Music Show and The Upside Down Show and Ubi. I think Ubi lasted for like 1 or 2 seasons, not counting the shorts. And then yeah, stuff like that. Well, here's the thing. Jack's Big Music Show, The Upside Down Show, Ubi were all Noggin originals, and I guess Noggin didn't want to let them have a second season, which actually does suck. For Ubi, it's okay because I don't like Ubi. Jack's Big Music Show is kind of a disappointment because I kind of think that show's okay. But the Upside Down Show is a humongous disappointment. That was the best Noggin original out of all three of them, in my opinion. So it definitely deserved more episodes. But hey, at least Shane and Dave do performances on the Umbilical Brothers on stage, so in a way, you can count them as bonus episodes in the Upside Down Show, even though it's not canon to the original show. Because Puppet, Mrs. Foyle, the Schmuzzies, and the narrator don't appear. It would have been funny if they had like a narrator be in their shows, but yeah. Yeah, that actually sucks that they're not. I don't even know who's the guy that does the narration. If you guys know, please let me know, because I'd like to know who does the "Excuse me, aren't you forgetting something, boys? Come in." That guy.
I don't know who likes the show, but do you know who hates the show? Um, Everyone in the world.
Okay, that is completely false. Not everybody in the whole world hates the show. Like, again, it's not a good show, but it's not completely gruesome and bad like some preschool shows around the time, or at least preschool shows now. But yeah, not everybody hates the show. A lot of people like it, in which I can handle your opinion if you do, but I just don't.
They really think this is one of the most stupidest shows on television. So,
Nope, no, they don't.
oh,
Also, before I finish off this video, I need to say something here. So, actually, in the comments section, a UTTP member, which is the Oswald one, actually got triggered when I ranted on the show. You guys know those UTTP members that would come on channels, someone like Oswald UTTP or Ubi Little Bill and Oswald UTTP, stuff like that. They would go on your channel and look at your rant and be like, "How dare you? You better like the show right now." Those guys are humongous opinion bashers. I hate them. So apparently, he made two comments. So one comment, I don't remember the full thing, but I remember the second comment he did. So when someone asked me, "Are you ever gonna like Oswald?" I'm like, "Nope." The guy made a reply saying, "You must like Oswald no matter what, and also start hating Doug right now." And in my mind, I'm like, "Bruh, I don't even like Doug." I mean, I think Doug's okay, but it's not the best show in Nickelodeon or anything. He is a classic though, and I do prefer the Nickelodeon version over the Disney version. But at the same time, though, dude, you shouldn't be like, I know people say bashing opinions, but I like to say mishandling opinions, which means they don't handle and they like to like make fun of your opinion, which is something you shouldn't do. Like, it's not cool, bruh. It's not.
curse Oswald and curse Lazy Town.
No, no, no. Lazy Town is too good of a show to say curse about. And that's the thing too. I remember making another video where I ranted on when I let me say that again. I made another video where I ranted on Oswald and I kind of made it a review, but it just didn't work out. I was basically trying to be like Triple B 780 who did the same thing, who would have done the same thing to Blue's Clues. So he did rant on the show, but he kind of made it okay because he knew a lot of people, me included, loved it. So that didn't work out. And the video was gone, of course. Don't let your kids watch it? Oh, perfect.
Blue from Blue's Clues is over 9,000.
Oh my god! I've forgotten. Of course, because I haven't watched this video for a while, but I forgot that I made a Dragon Ball Z Kai reference in here. Oh, we all know who's gonna love that, but yeah, I made the reference to the meme where he said it's over 9,000. But yeah, that's accurate from my opinion on Blue.
Curse Oswald and curse Lazy Town. Blue from Blue's Clues is over 9,000 times better than Oswald. End of rant. Rant. Next rant. Peppa Pig.
Fun fact, though, that is going to be the next rant we're going to be delving into. I mean, this is my 6th rant, and then my 7th rant was on Peppa Pig, so yeah, perfect. But don't even talk about that whole 2-number thing. We're not going to bring that stuff up.
After the Peppa Pig rant, Wonder Pets. And after the Wonder Pets rant, Wow Wow Wubsy.
Oh no, it's the video that the Wubsy fan got triggered over. Kinda. Alright, so that's the end of video commentary number 1. Of course, Peppa Pig will be next, but I'm gonna take a few minutes to guys' comments. And I'm getting a cramp in my hand right now. BFDI is overrated? Not really. I mean, I like BFDI. If you ask me, Inanimate Insanity is kind of overrated. I love Hot Dogs twice. Ubi is a pretty decent show. For you, it's okay, and I handle your opinion, but to me, I just don't like it. Like, the way the characters don't even talk correctly is the biggest flop in the show. Compared to what kids are growing up with right now, Oswald is still 10 times better. I agree. I never watched Doug. No. Alright. Dora the Explorer in a nutshell. Come on, Dora. Oh, that's from Drake and Josh. Oh, let me do it. Come on, Dora. You're the one with the map. Don't ask me. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Blue's Clues is over 9,000. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. So, before I delve into the Peppa Pig rant, I know I have done the commentary of this video before, and I know I deleted it because this was around the time when I was starting to do the commentary stuff, but it didn't work out. But ever since I did it on the streams here, ever since that 1,000 subscriber special stream, I guess it was doing good again. So, yeah. So basically what I'm trying to say is, don't be surprised if I say the same stuff in this commentary of this rant. But I'm not gonna say everything that I said before, but I'll just say some stuff. And who knows, maybe I'll say some other different things on it, but we'll have to see. There was a Dora the Explorer reference in iCarly. Yeah, I've seen that. It was in the episode where Chuck got sent to military camp or something, and Chip came in, and then there's that one scene where Spencer's all tied up, and Carly's like, "Who did this to you?" And he's like, "Dora the Explorer. Who do you think?" Chip? Yes, Chip. That was such a great and random reference. And there was, of course, that same clip from Drake and Josh in the episode where Spencer wanted to pull lots of pranks. I get pranky. So there's technically 2 references. And also in that same episode, they had Carly literally react to herself as Megan from Drake and Josh. And then she's like, how come that little girl's so good at pranks? And she's like, and I'm like, dude, you're watching yourself. You're watching yourself when you were a lot younger. That is extremely funny. I'm not getting started yet. I'm just getting it ready. Yeah, don't let your kids watch it. Don't let your kids watch Peppa Pig. It's one of the worst shows on television. Boy, I still can't believe this video has gotten a whole lot of views. Like, if you look at the top corner here, 19,000 people have checked it out, and they're still watching this video to this very day, even though it's over 8 years old. That's insane. That is insanity. Don't you guys find it crazy how my most popular video is one of those, like, generic, Go Animate styled rants? Not only that, but yeah, this is an extremely older video of mine, so that's what makes things a lot more bizarre. The comment was supposed to be a Lazy Town reference? Oh, really? I thought it was a reference to Crazy Steve. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with video commentary number 2. Or if you want to call this a redo, that's fine too. That's completely fine too. Crayar Rants number 7, Peppa Pig. So let's get into it.
Peppa Pig? What? No. More like Cruddy Pig. Oh my gosh. This show stinks.
Nah, this show sucks, dude. What are you talking about? And Cruddy Pig, yeah, that never gets old. I could have said something else like Stupid Pig or Pepper Pig, because Peppa Pig kind of sounds like Pepper Pig, but still. Yeah, Cruddy Pig's still a decent name. It is funny in a way.
This show involves Peppa and her family, and they just like to go on failure adventures together.
Nope, more like they go on successful adventures, but I don't like them.
Peppa Pig is the main character of the show, and guess what? She's just so stupid and just dumb.
Just dumb, dude. Well, of course, but still. Could have. Oh wait, I can't read them. That's right.
And her favorite hobby is to jump up and down in muddy puddles. What? How is that a hobby? Yes, I know pigs like mud and everything. Why? And they wear boots when they're going out, jumping up in muddy puddles. That makes no sense at all.
Well, yeah, I could agree to that. That doesn't make any sense. Why can't they just go in barefoot? They're gonna get dirty in it anyway, so what's even the point?
Pigs in real life, they just squeal and roll around in mud. But in this show, they have to wear boots? Come on, writers. That's a terrible...
Well, again, I guess in a way, yeah. The way they do it is fine, but the boot thing is just so unneeded.
Terrible plot. Terrible idea. Anyways, this is her brother named George. And guess what? He's such a crybaby. Let me tell you why. Because he cries in every single episode. And it's not funny. Why?
Well, again, at least I'm not laughing at the crying part. Like, if it happens like every once in a while, then okay. But if it happens in every single episode, then that's not funny at all. So I'm really happy my past self is not laughing at this, because again, if it just happened like a few times or once or twice, it'd be cool. But if it happened more than that, then yeah, it would not be funny.
Yeah, like I said. Why? Because he does it in every single episode. How would it be funny if it happens every single time?
Very, very, very good points. You got a point there. Very good points.
Seriously.
You have very good points.
Seriously, that's just annoying. Anyways, about George himself.
Let me rewind that since I did it too early.
How would it be funny if it happens every single time? Seriously, that's just annoying. Anyways, about George himself, he's annoying himself, and he's just dumb too. And he likes to play with a toy called Mr. Dinosaur. What the heck? Is that Mr. Dinosaur trying to parody Barney or something?
Yeah, at least they didn't make it purple, but still. Maybe they want it to be like Barney, but they didn't want to make it purple just so they don't get sued or copyrighted, so maybe that's why. But at the same time, though, wouldn't it have been like Dorothy the dinosaur from the Wiggles or Baby Bop from Barney? Like, did they not even think of that?
And in the episode, in that episode where they have to go to the dentist, George uses his dinosaur to get his teeth fixed. That makes no flippin' sense
Teeth? Don't you mean teeth cleaned?
Whatsoever. Anyways, this is their mom named Mommy Pig, and she's just also annoying. I have nothing else to talk about.
Yep. I don't have much else to say, but I do agree.
And this is their dad named Daddy Pig, and he's also annoying.
Yeah, kind of. He also complains a lot. Like, well, he gets fat shamed a lot, which is completely messed up. Like, I know it happens in Fireman Sam, like in the first few seasons, but I guess it's kind of funny. Like they do it in a humorous way. Like they had Sam make fun of Trevor's Trevor's weight, but again, it wasn't like too like offensive or something like that. But in something like this, where Peppa and George would make fun of Dad's weight, yeah, that is messed up.
I mean, wow, let me zoom up a little bit.
Oh God, I don't think you need to. I mean, we can clearly see it. But okay,
And do you see how big his stomach is? Get some exercise.
looks like a big blue circle. Well, of course, but yeah.
I mean, he did in the episode Fun Run, which I'll get to that later.
Oh, Fun Run is such a bad episode. But let's see. Let's just listen to what my past self says.
Yep. So Fun Run, he just tried to exercise, which yeah, I appreciate it, but you know he needs to do more than that.
They have made a few episodes in the show where he did exercise, but it's not like an every episode thing in which, yeah, it would get tiring after a while. But it's like for a character that always gets fat shamed, maybe he should get more than in just a few episodes. But what am I to say?
Now let's talk about Fun Run for a little bit. In that episode, Daddy Pig wanted to run as fast as he wanted to run, just get money for the school. Okay, and in the drawing scene, he thought it was real, and he thought he finished. Ha!
Yeah, he literally thought that billboard thing was the real deal, but no, it was just like a practice thing. But it's kind of funny in a way because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it now since the race is just right here, and then he goes all the way through, and then he starts the dinner or lunch. Oh my god. Okay, that's one of the only few good and funny things in the show is the fact that he would actually finish. He thought he would finish the whole thing, or he finished the whole thing, but he ended up not. Oh goodness.
That kind of made me laugh because he thought it was real, but no, it was just a flippin' drawing or billboard or whatever.
I really loved how I said billboard. Like, I don't want to mention that, but yeah, I guess people would say it's a billboard, but not really. But I kind of thought it was. Yeah, maybe just drawing on a billboard or whatever.
And also, the characters were acting stupid in that episode because when there was a wasp that came to come for his ice lolly.
Ice lolly, dude. You're in the U.S. You can call it popsicle. No, don't even remind me of that guy. You can just call it popsicle. Like, come on. I get that's what they were saying, but the show's British, so come on.
They thought
Also, wasp. It's called a bee.
He was ready to run again, but no, he was just running because there was a wasp behind him. Seriously, why? My goodness, the writers.
That is actually very mean spirited. The fact that he would run because there was a bee trying to get his popsicle, and then the characters are like, hey, Dad's decided to run again. Yeah, that is just messed up. They really could have done something different. Like, they could have made them look at what he was doing at the shop or something, and they're like, oh wait, he's continuing. Oh no, he's taking a break. Oh, that sucks. And then later on, they're like, yay, they're running. Wait, I think he's running because of the insect behind him. I think we should give him some sympathy. Oh, boo hoo. We can't give him sympathy. We're supposed to think of ourselves. So let's just cheer for him. Okay, that's basically the same thing. That in a way, that's basically what they were trying to go for. But yeah, that is just messed up. They should have just felt bad for him because he was trying to get chased, which is the reason why he was running, not because he wanted to run again just to make them proud. Yeah.
By the way, I have lots of stuff to talk about in this video. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah, we know. We're already like 4 minutes in, and there's still 10 more minutes to dig through. So let's just keep on going.
If I forgot to say that in the beginning. But anyways, now we're going to talk about their friends.
Oh boy.
This is Peppa's all-time best friend named Susie Sheep.
Oh yeah, all time. in which someone actually said in the comments that you can't have just one best friend. You can have multiple best friends, and that's why I think the show should be called Mixed Make No Sense Pig, which does make sense. He has a very good point.
And she's also annoying. She's just an annoying friend, in my opinion.
That's all you have to say. I'm actually surprised I didn't bring up that whistling episode in which another like sort of good scene I'd say from the show is when Peppa calls Susie because Peppa can't whistle, and then Susie literally does the whistling thing in the phone, and then Peppa just hangs up in complete silence. That is funny as well, actually. So even though I still don't like the show, obviously it's one of the worst shows on television, there's a couple decent things in there. So I'm not saying it's completely bad, but or like 100% terrible, but it still is a bad show.
Goes the same with Danny Dog. He's also annoying. And something else about these animals, whatever. Every time when they talk, they say their own.
Now, again, this part I really thought it was cringe, and I'm really surprised no one mentioned in the comments that they were like, "Oh, you making those animal noises were very cringe. Those were not good parts," or something like that. But no one actually did that in the comments, and I'm really appreciated for that. I really appreciate that, guys. But I thought they were cringe when like looking back at this video.
Animal sounds like sheep says, "Ah, ah, 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 ah," and dogs say, "Woof," and cat says, "Meow."
Well, I guess the dog one was on point, but the other ones, no.
Yeah, I know that.
They were cringe.
But they say it like every time they start their own sentence. They just do that. I mean, seriously, that makes no sense at all.
No. That makes perfect sense. They're animals, dude. Come on. Understand.
They should just talk, and then at the end, like, for example, this character, he could say, like, "I'm doing great, Peppa. Woof, woof."
I mean, yeah, that would make more sense, but come on, as long as they're doing their animal noises, whether they're starting or ending off their sentences, it still works out. So, that part I don't really agree with.
Kind of like that. It just makes no sense at all. I don't know what the writers were thinking when making this show.
No. They make perfect sense. You don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, same with her other friend, Candy Cat. I think that's her name. Yeah, Candy Cat. She's not even cute at all. And
Okay, that is rude, but you know what? Yeah, just continue. Continue talking bad about this bad show.
And, now when she says meow, when she says meow, which I don't think she says it, but kind of.
She actually does, even though I haven't seen the show for a while, and rightfully so because the show deserves to be forgotten, for me at least.
Reminded me of Gary, because Gary in SpongeBob, he says meow, and it's actually more cuter than the stupid character.
And even though I lost interest in SpongeBob, I would still agree with that, actually. At least Gary's meows are a lot more cuter than Candy Cat's, but still.
Anyways, her next friend, Pedro, I think, yeah. He's also,
Yeah, Pedro. He named after one of my favorite Onich Pranks characters, in which I know you guys haven't seen that channel or probably never heard of it, but that's one of my favorite channels, actually. Their pranks are so freaking hilarious. I recommend checking that channel out.
Very,
Unfortunately, they don't make any videos anymore. He doesn't make any more videos, but his older videos still hold up. So yeah, I highly recommend it.
dumb, stupid, and not to mention very unorganized and
Yeah, that's true. I mean, judging by what I'm about to say next.
Just very lazy. And the episode where Peppa Pig and her friends were going on a field trip, he was late to school. I mean, seriously, he was sleeping in late. That seems like a Go Anime plot or something.
Very true. Like, I think Caillou or Dora would do that one time, and then like they would get they would get sent to the principal's office and get suspended or something, and then they get grounded. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually made a video, go animate video, where Pedro Pony would do the exact same thing, and he'd get the exact same punishments.
But anyways, yeah, he was late to school, and I don't know if they were frustrated or they were happy he was late.
Frustrated. Why would they? Well, I don't think they'd forget about him, so I don't think they'd be happy, but they would for sure be frustrated or mad.
I don't know, but dang, this character is just so flippin' lazy.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Okay, and their friend Emily Elephant, she's also annoying just like the other characters.
Now, I know I didn't say it in this video, but I'm actually surprised they didn't give Emily Elephant a like dark green shirt, like some like to honor Emily from Thomas the Tank Engine. But maybe they just chose yellow because they didn't want to like be inspired of that show, even though Thomas and Friends also came from the United Kingdom, and yeah, and that show is a million times better than this show.
Actually, all these characters seem annoying.
Then why even bring them up? Like he could have just shown a picture of could have shown a picture of all the characters and say all of these characters are annoying, and then go one by one talking about them, and then just say different things.
And so is Zoe Zebra. She is all
Zoe Zebra. You can call her Zebra. Like zebra is what they said in the United Kingdom too.
She's another one of the characters who is annoying. It's like, dang, most of these characters in this stupid show are just so annoying. I don't know why.
Because the writers are just bad, I guess. They're not good writers. They should take notes from other good shows, but we all know they're not going to do that.
Seriously, like I said before, I don't know what the creators are thinking when making these characters so flippin' dumb. I mean, really.
Yeah, I agree. Like, they still are making newer characters. Like, they actually have a giraffe character, but not quoting Patrick's "it's a giraffe" thing. But yeah, even if they make newer characters, they're still not going to be good. It's crazy.
And this is her other friend named Freddy Fox, which I thought it was Freddy Fazbear because both names are Freddy, and just ignore that.
Yeah, move on. You don't know what you're talking about. But I'm honestly surprised I didn't bring up Freddy from iCarly, even though that Freddy's a million times better than this stupid fox. What does the fox say? Obviously not Freddy.
Ignore that. Anyways, yeah, for some reason this guy has a very good sense of smell, but I don't think he has a good smell at all. Because, I don't know why, but that's just what he is.
Well, that's just his character, and I don't think foxes have great sense of smell. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know, but that's how they want to make this character, and well, yeah, nothing else.
He just has a sense of smell. Period. Anyways.
Oh boy, this is actually one of my favorite parts, talking about Miss Rabbit herself, because I brought up the fact that she has a clone of herself, and yeah. Let's see how my past self reacts to that.
Now, before you go asking, why haven't I gone to the other characters' families? Because this is gonna have a lot of pictures. So I thought, hey, why not just go through one of the friends' family, just because?
Well, at least Rebecca Rabbit's family is the most important, especially with this character that, for some reason, again, has a clone of herself. So, yeah, makes perfect sense.
And besides, this one's
Kinda.
probably the most important. I'll tell you why. This is another one of Peppa's friends, Rebecca Rabbit, and this is her mother, Mommy Rabbit, I think. And if you don't know already, this character has a bunch of jobs. And
much like with Brooklyn T guy from SML, but we're not going to talk about him since he is declined big time. He went from a good character to just an annoying and complaining doofus, basically. Yeah, I complain now. I'm no longer a good character and all that. Yeah.
What I also don't get is that this character has a second copy.
Okay, I know I brought this up in the other version of this commentary video, whatever, but that still makes me laugh. The second copy thing. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. Yeah, I really don't understand why they have two clones of his character, and not even a single character brings it up, which is such a missed opportunity, man.
I mean, like seriously, when they first started the show, did it say like, oh, how about we just copy this character and let the characters not even know?
That's perfect. Let's just copy this character and not let the other ones know. That is brilliant because, like I said, no one brings it up. Not even Peppa or someone else. Like for example, it'd be like, why is there a second version of Mummy Rabbit? I don't know. Maybe because the writers were lazy trying to think of a new character at the time. Oh, okay. I can accept that. Like, it would have been kind of funny if someone brought that up. Like, maybe one of the minor characters could do it. I don't care. Just have someone make that joke. I'd actually laugh at that. Even if they just did it one time, it'd still be funny. It'd still be like a good one-off joke.
Like, seriously, they only have like 2 clones of this character. I don't know why they do that. Seriously. Anyways, this is Rebecca.
Oh boy, I don't even know what was in the background of this. I think it's like a lawnmower or something. I don't know. Well, it certainly wasn't anyone playing Happy Wheels, that's for sure. Even though there is a lawnmower character in there.
His brother named Richard Rabbit, and he is friends with George Pig for some reason.
For some reason, they're young. It makes sense that they're friends.
Sorry about that noise. Anyways, he is George's friend for some reason.
At least I did mention the noise in the background, so yeah, that's fine.
Excuse me. And he's pretty much the same like George because they both have a toy dinosaur. They both cry, and they're both troublemakers.
Wait a minute, isn't Richard's toy like a purple dinosaur? Cause if it is, then I guess I was kind of wrong about the whole suing thing. But if you guys remember, let me know if like what color his toy is. If it's purple, then I'm gonna be surprised.
And I don't think a few people out there think that George Pig or Richard Rabbit are both cute. But guess what? I don't think they're cute. I think they're ugly.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, the same thing in my other this commentary. That is just messed up. Like, look, I get it. They're annoying. They're characters, but you don't need to go that far with calling them ugly. That is just messed up.
Anyways, last character, finally.
You could tell my past self doesn't want to talk about the show anymore. Well, in the next like 5.5 minutes, I don't need to.
And as for Rebecca Rabbit herself, well, no one really cares about her. Not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 either.
Oh my god.
Not even 20, a billion, 1,000, 100, not even 10 gazillion.
That line is getting so freaking old, and no one cares about it at all. Like, I'm surprised I didn't do that with my Oswald rant. Like, I didn't bring up a picture of all the minor characters and stuff, or other major characters, and say, well, no one gives a freaking crud about these idiot characters, or something.
And this character just has an unhealthy obsession with carrots. I mean, seriously. It's like carrots are her love. It's kind of like Mr. Krabs and his money. Mr. Krabs is in love with money. It's kind of like this. Rebecca Rabbit's in love with carrots. Which I know rabbits themselves, they love carrots, but she takes her obsession with carrots way too seriously.
Well, I mean, again, that's how rabbits are. I mean, take a look at Bugs Bunny. He loves rabbit. I mean, he loves carrots a lot. I'm actually surprised I didn't bring up the fact that um Bugs Bunny loves carrots. Like I understand they're both rabbits, but I actually don't know who loves them a lot better, Bugs Bunny or Rebecca Rabbit. Maybe the same thing, probably. Well, I don't think Bugs are, cause I don't think Bugs is really obsessed with them like how Rebecca Rabbit is. Like I've s- of course I've seen a bunch of Looney Tunes shorts where he eats them, but he doesn't like have a. I don't think he has a full home of carrots or something. Even in Baby Looney Tunes, he hasn't. He loves carrots, which makes sense. Again, that's understandable. It makes sense.
Anyways, before I say anything else about this show, here's something else I need to address. If you don't, if some of you people that know about this show, and some of the episodes, they say uh, for a fruit or vegetable, they call it tomato. Tomato? Tomato? I mean, seriously, I know SpongeBob said in that one episode, Fear of a Krabby Patty, but it was pretty funny that way, because, you know.
Okay, so I know a whole lot of people have been telling me in the comments that that's what language they use in the United Kingdom, and I understand that. This was just used as a joke, all right? Back then, I didn't know, and so now that I do know, I would just say it's a joke. All right, I'm gonna put this down really quick because I gotta charge my phone. Okay, it's charging. But yeah, that's definitely a joke. Like, hmm I got nothing else to say, so let's continue.
SpongeBob made it in a funny way, but this show just takes it too seriously. It's like,
Again, it's from the United Kingdom, and yes, I have, of course. This was around the same time I've been watching a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine, and I soon realized they did the exact same thing with calling tomatoes tomatoes, and I think they called potatoes potatoes as well. So, based basically, it's just kind of crazy how I'm just saying Peppa Pig does it in a bad way, but Thomas does it in a good way, despite them both being in the UK. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
the show takes everything too seriously.
But it's still funny. It still makes it funny that I like poke fun at that at their language or grammar.
They just be stupid and say something like, "Daddy, can we get some tomatoes, please?" And his dad's not, he's not even like, "Peppa, it's called tomatoes, not tomatoes." He just says like, "Okay, we can get them." Seriously, it's like they don't understand their language. Imagine if they do the same thing with potato. They just say potato instead. What is wrong with these characters?
I mean, again, they came from the United Kingdom. It makes total sense. So they're not stupid for that language alone. I mean, even if the show was made in the United States, it'd be a lot different, obviously, if they dub it in the United States. But that's not the case with this.
Anyways, thank goodness this show got canceled. But as I heard from one of my YouTube friends, Brendan Barney.
Okay, we're not YouTube friends. Like Brendan Barney doesn't even know my channel, and that's kind of a shame because I do remember watching a lot of his videos, and I kind of remember commenting on him on his channel, his channel, yeah. But he doesn't reply. But he does watch the same users as I do. Like James is here, James A. Williams, um, someone else I can't even think about. Yeah, he does watch a bunch of those. So yeah, I guess he just has I guess he is kind of a fan of Thomas and Friends, even though he did hate it back then. But yeah, bottom line, we're not YouTube friends. That's a total lie.
He says there's going to be another series about this show. What? Why? This show should completely be dead. No more series about this show. No more.
I agree to that, but of course they only care about the money, money, money on Nickelodeon. Oh my god, I'm trying to keep up with the song, but it's not good. But I do like that line though. Anyways, yeah, come on, we don't need no more shows or series of the show. Like it's just or seasons of the show, yeah, or specials, whatever. How many freaking things for Peppa Pig you want to say? But yeah, I get the show's popular. I get it, but a lot of us hates it. Like a majority of my YouTube subscribers and fans, and even the people watching this video right now, we all hate it. So it would be really nice if they did something with it or kicked it to a curb. Or how about this? How about just give it the same treatment as Robot Chicken? Like give it some specials, like maybe like 3 specials a year, and then just stop making episodes altogether. Like that would be cool. I'm not saying Robot Chicken deserves it though, because Robot Chicken is a great show, way freaking better than this show. And plus, they actually have made some Peppa Pig sketches on there, and they are funny, way freaking better than the show as a whole.
You got the Golden Boots one, and I think the Queen one, and I forgot the other one. But seriously, and here's a quick message to the Peppa Pig writers: we do not need any more series from this show.
I swear. If one of the Nickelodeon CEOs actually saw this video and they heard me say that exact same line, they'd be like, so they'd either be like, well, okay, we can stop him, that's fine. Or B, they could be like, or two, they could be like, oh, I'm sorry, we can't stop him because the show's too popular. And then I'd be like, how is it too popular? This show sucks. End it. I don't know what they'd say after that, but it probably won't be pretty.
Another thing before I go to the other things. If you don't know already, a person named John Sparks narrates these episodes.
And yes, before you ask, he is the exact same John Sparks that voices Fireman Sam in the 5th season. Yeah, that's god awful. But at least in Fireman Sam, he's good. Like his season 5 voice for him is amazing. He's like, okay, Norman, I don't want you causing any trouble right now. You get me? Yes, Sam, I get you. All right, have fun. Like seriously, he's better in there, but in here, no, he sucks.
Why? Why does he act all stupid and just say, "Oh, okay, I'm going to narrate an episode of Peppa Pig and get $500 every episode"?
It's probably not even 500. It's probably like I don't know, a couple thousand if he gets lucky, or 1,000, I guess.
Seriously, and he's not just like the Thomas narrators as followed: Ringo Starr, George Carlin, Michael Angelis, Michael Brandon, Alec Baldwin, and Mark Morgan. He's not like any of those guys.
Of course, someone pointed out that I forgot to mention Pierce Brosnan, in which he was involved with the show, but he only narrated the 2008 movie The Great Discovery. So yeah. And it makes sense that I didn't mention him in this video because I didn't see nor remember The Great Discovery around that time until I recently saw it like a couple years later. But yeah, he was involved with the show and he's still way better than John Sparks. Can't you imagine if one of those guys, at least one of the UK narrators like Ringo Starr, Michael Angelis, or Mark Morgan, the show would have been pretty cool. Well, for sure not Ringo Starr, because I don't want Ringo Starr touching or being anywhere near the show. He is way too one of the best Beatles members, if not the best Beatles member, and the best Beatles drummer ever. Yeah, I don't want him coming anywhere near the show. Even if he was asked to narrate the show, he'd be like, "What? You want me to narrate a show with the pig? Frick no. I'm gonna go back to writing some music. Frick you guys," or something. All right.
Which I prefer them over John Flippin' Sparks. Anyways,
yeah, I agree.
Now to this. The animation's stupid. The songs are
now to this.
Which I prefer them over John Flippin' Sparks. Anyways, now to this. The animation's stupid. The songs are annoying. Theme song's annoying. The characters are annoying. And the show itself is just plain dumb.
Yeah, it's very dumb. Like, yeah, and very stupid as well, of course. I think we all know, because a lot of us, including, like I said, all the viewers watching this video, don't like it. Well, some people do, and they do handle my opinion, which is something they should do. And then a majority of people agree with me, in which I appreciate that. This show definitely deserves to be hated.
Like I said, thank goodness this show got canceled. I do not know which year, but if you do know, please type it in the comments below.
Unfortunately, the show did not get canceled, and like I said, We do not need any more seasons, specials, or shows from the show. And I don't care how popular it is, it needs to be kicked to the curb. Pull the dang plug. Oh wait, yeah, pull the dang plug off of the show, kick it to a curb, and let it be thrown away.
But anyways, yeah, I do not know who likes the show. I can't even. Oh wait, I do. Do you know who likes?
Why did you not answer my replies? Letitia, I think you were here when I mentioned this, but I'm not gonna go through the chat until the commentary's over. So once I'm done with this commentary, I'm gonna read them.
The show, Mr. Velskibum. He wishes he could have all the Peppa Pig DVDs and meet all the Peppa Pig characters and the cast members, but he can't because you know Peppa Pig is fake. It's just a flippin' cartoon.
He did make a video saying that he loved the show, but that ended up being a joke. So he actually doesn't like the show. I don't know what his opinion is on it. Maybe he thinks it's okay. Maybe he thinks it sucks. I don't know. But I just know he doesn't really like it.
But do you know who hates the show?
No, 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 no. They do not hate it. They actually love it. In which I did, like, notice my mistake in this video, and I'm really glad I did because, yeah. But I don't want to really talk about this guy again, even though he is pretty much the worst user on YouTube.
Mr.
It's always the mistakes with the camera. Oh my god.
Mr. Engineering Family. They wish they could. Wait a minute. Mr. Velskibum.
I love how I said Mr. Velskibum. Like, just say Velskibum 94. Although they got rid of the 94, so I guess so. But still, Mr. Velskibum. That is funny.
And the Engineering Family likes it. Sorry about that. Everyone in the world hates Peppa Pig.
Sadly, not everyone, since a lot of kids and modern day, like, I don't know, like newer demographic or whatever, kind of actually loves it. But a lot of us adults that grew up with the old school Nick Jr. shows from back in the day, not counting the show since it was in 2004. Yeah, we don't like it. We hate it.
But anyways, yeah. Sorry if I made a mistake, but Velskibum and Mr. Engineering Family likes it.
What? Wait, what? I didn't say Mr. Velskibum? Okay, fine.
Anyways, yeah. They wish they could go meet the cast of Peppa Pig too. But they're just a bunch of little 5-year-olds who likes Paw Patrol.
Or at least grown adults that love those shows. And if you really think about it, I forgot to mention this in the commentary of the Engineering Family rant, but Mr. Engineering Family is basically Childish Dad, only except he doesn't throw tantrums and stuff, but he does like baby shows like Paw Patrol and Bubble Guppies, Team Umizoomi, Caillou, Dora the Explorer, Peppa Pig, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and stuff like that. If you really think about it. Yeah, since I did say that these guys need to grow up and they're not mature enough because they watch little baby shows like this and not even good stuff. Yeah, in a way, that is true.
And by the way, I'm very sorry for making that mistake. Anyways.
Well, yeah, I guess your apology accepted.
Peppa Pig stinks, and so does Olivia.
Yeah, makes sense since they are pig shows, but I know Olivia's animation is like god awful and terrible because it's the bad CGI. I guess in a way it's a little bit better, but I still don't like Olivia.
SpongeBob SquarePants will be forever times better than Peppa Flippin' Pig.
Well, I guess if you just want to say the old episode, sure, but if I would change this, I'd say Ed, Edd n Eddy is forever a million times better. It's forever times better than Peppa Pig. Because at least Ed, Edd n Eddy is a good show, and it actually makes me laugh. Peppa Pig, while it can make me laugh at times, or at least like 1% of the time, it's still not a good show.
Anyways, end of rant. Next rant, Wonder Pets. And after the Wonder Pets rant, Wow Wow Wubsy.
in which I have done commentaries on these rants as well. So if you want to check that out, go to my first stream special thing.
Note, this is gonna be a double rant on Warner Pets and Wow Wow Wubsy. So just trying to let you know that. Anyways, that's it.
And that's it. Yeah, I know people wanted me to do a commentary on or Bubba's World wanted me to do a commentary on my modern SpongeBob rant, and I will get to that eventually, but let me just say this right now. I didn't like the rant. Like, it's okay, but I don't like how I kept the pictures blank white for a while, and then they just showed the characters. That was complete laziness. Like, what I would have done, or what I would usually do, is show the pictures, just make sure they all show up, like show the characters, and then I would start talking about the characters. But again, this was just complete laziness. I should have done that before filming and talking about the era. But yeah, again, I'll get to it eventually. So yeah, before we get into the next commentary, I'm gonna wait a few minutes, then we'll get going. But I'm gonna read what you guys are saying here, because I did receive a whole lot of comments. So let's see. Dr. Peppa. Yeah. You could have said Poppy. Poopy Pig? Yeah, makes sense. For some reason that the pig heads look like upside down whistles. Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense. Hello, Tama Andy, if you're still here. There was actually an episode where everyone wanted dinosaur juice and the fox was able to smell and tell everyone was inside. Yeah, I remember that episode. Probably one of the only few saving graces of the show, even though it still wasn't that good. Actually, there's an episode of Looney Tunes where Bugs Bunny was making breakfast, and for breakfast he toasted characters. He toasted characters, had character juice, and had carrot in a cup. That actually doesn't make a lot of sense. Hey Spencer, what's the difference of telling a TV channel to bring back shows and take or remove off shows? I don't know. I honestly don't know what the difference of that could be. Peppa Pig actually received an American dub? Seriously? Did they change the grammar? Well, they should, since it's in the US, but if there is a US, since they did receive a US dub, I wouldn't mind checking it out. I want to see if the grammar's better, in a way. Peppa Pig's actually from 2004, yeah. SpongeBob and the Loud House both suck. Maybe the Fairly Odd Parents 2001, or Rugrats 1991, or Hey Arnold, or Hey Arnold 1996, or maybe Jimmy Neutron 2002 can fill the slots. That would be cool, but I doubt it. So as Henry Danger sucks, yeah, or so is. That is true. February 21st is Avatar: The Last Airbender's 21st anniversary. Cool. I remember these vids. Well, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Welcome back, Whoopsie, again. Basically, Bugs just had carrots for breakfast. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe I can work for Nickelodeon and I could save the Skydance merger, and I could replace the Ellisons and step up to my plate and fix the Nickelodeon channel schedules and try my best with lineups. Yeah, good frickin' luck with that. Some say Whoopsie and SpongeBob are brothers. I could see that. Like, I used to think they were kind of related back then. Well, not related, like, in that way, no. In that context. I mean, like, they're kind of similar, in a way. Alright, luckily, this last video here isn't too long, so it's only about 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Huh, you can see my live video there. That's cool. Oh, God, Barney. Who cares about Barney, seriously? If I ever did, would Nickelodeon be way better than Cartoon Network? It depends how the schedules look, okay? Let's put it that way. Do you still like SpongeBob seasons 1 through 3? Okay, even though I lost interest in the show, I will say yes. even though I don't watch the show frequently like how I used to when I was younger. Younger. Do you know Flash 3? Do you know Flash themes and Rapper Offline? Yes, I do. The creator of Regular Show worked on Flapjack and Camp Lazlo as an artist. Yeah, J.G. Quintel. I knew he worked on Flapjack, but I didn't know he worked on Camp Lazlo. Oh, wait. I think he did. I think I remembered seeing his name in the opening credits, so maybe. Seasons 1 through 3 is good. I agree. So I actually mentioned in the before in the commentary of the Peppa Pig rant that certain ongoing shows need to get canceled, like Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, obviously, Sesame Street, SpongeBob, and Family Guy, South Park, Scrubs, even though I don't mention Scrubs on my channel, and stuff like that. But I know that's not going to happen since they are popular, even though stuff like Sesame Street and those old school game shows like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and Family Feud, they need to end. But we all know that's unlikely. Season 4 is neutral. I agree to that. There's some decent episodes here and there, but it's still not a good season. Spencer would actually make a great TV schedule president if he was given the chance. You got that right, man. You got that right. I agree. I know I do a heck of a lot better of a job than frickin' John Flannery or Brian Robbins. And whoever the frick the scheduler for Cartoon Network is. I know it's not Michael Whelan. Opinion on Bob Boyle. I kind of like him, but I liked him better when he worked on the Fairly Odd Parents. But him on Wow Wow Wubsy, no. The yes for Nickelodeon. For you. Alright, I'll start at 250, so right when it hits the 1 hour and 50 minute mark. After I do the commentary on my Crashbox salute, then I'm gonna have to end it. Yeah, it depends. He worked for Yin Yang Yo. I get that. That's understandable. I'm actually going to mention that once I get started, so I'm not going to mention it yet. You prefer Fairly Odd Parents over Wubsy and Yin Yang Yo? Yes, I definitely do. Look, I'm sorry, but I don't like those other shows you mentioned. The Fairly Odd Parents is a good show. Probably the best, well, obviously out of all of them, and the best made by those creators. Thoughts on my CBN network channel? I own the channel. How can you own a network? You don't even run a TV company. Plus, I don't even see it on my TV, so that could be a lie. My home phone makes that same sound in the background. Oh, really? Obviously, your please leave a message thing is different, but yeah, makes sense. You said Whoopi's animation is at least decent than Yin Yang Yo. I did. I still stand by that opinion. Like the Yin Yang Yo opinion, the Yin Yang Yo animation doesn't look good. Like I don't like the looks of the characters. It's my recreated channel, not a real one. See, I knew it. It's not a real channel, but you say like it's a real one, but it isn't. How is the animation of Wow Wow Wubsy okay? Well, it actually I don't know how to really answer that. I guess the animation just looks easy to look at or something. Like at least the characters don't look disgusting or anything, but still. What's your opinion on SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, and Hey Arnold? I don't like SpongeBob. Fairly Odd Parents is good, and Hey Arnold's decent. In my AU, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is going to premiere on Sprout on January 30th. Wait, Sprout still exists? I thought Sprout was dead. Like it got turned into Universal Kids, and then, of course, it died. It's gone. What cartoon animations look disgusting? Well, something like the Brothers Grunt, Breadwinners, Pickle and Peanut, kinda. Sanjay and Craig, since that's a ripoff of Bob's Burgers, and stuff like that. I know Cash, the YouTube guy, said that Ed, Ed and Eddie's animation looks disgusting, but I don't agree to that. The animation in that show looks amazing, and I love how they made the lines of the characters like shimmer and stuff. Like it looks so cool. It really looks like the characters are coming to life. Paw Patrol for sure. Oh yeah, Paw Patrol as well. Alternate universe. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yin Yang Yo's animation looks disgusting, right? Well, I wouldn't say it's disgusting, but it just doesn't look good. It's not good. Let's put it that way. The brothers flub. Yeah. I heard Sanjay and Craig was a regular show ripoff, and to be honest, it really is. It is a regular show ripoff, but the animation just really makes me think of Bob's Burgers. Like the kid with the eye patch over him, he looks a lot like Gene. He looks like Gene, only except he's more stupider. Boiling lines of Ed, Ed and Eddie. Exactly. Okay. Sadly, I can't do that. An artist of Bob Craig. I did hear that, which is why I said the kid reminds me of one of the Bob's Burgers characters. What's your favorite episode of Hey Arnold? I have seen the show, but I haven't seen a whole bunch of episodes, so I can't really say. But I guess I can name one of my favorites that I have seen. I do like the episode kinda where Arnold and his grandpa was playing that Chinese checkers game and they were like doing some sort of competition. That was a pretty good episode. I actually watched that a couple of days ago when I recorded it off of T Nick. What's your opinion on Bluey? I don't like the show. But I'm not going to say it's one of the worst modern shows now. It's just not very good. Though I do like the fact how they make adult humor, like I want to say jokes. It's like adult humor references or something. Yeah, some of the jokes are actually not little kids, just little kid. The jokes aren't just something that little kids would laugh at. So, yeah, it's something that adults would understand, which is cool and I appreciate it. And the Fairly Odd Parents and Rugrats and As Told by Ginger. Oh, Falcon Heart Messamaya commented, but I do not understand that language. I can't pronounce it. Whoopsie never gets old. Yeah. You recorded Hey Arnold? Yes. What about the Fairly Odd Parents? I recorded a few episodes, but I deleted them because when it comes to certain shows I record, some shows I would just watch the episode, then just keep them on there, then go back like over and over. But other shows I would just watch once and then erase. But that doesn't mean I like don't like the show or I don't have any interest. It's just I don't really feel like watching that same episode again, if you know what I mean. Adults watch just Bluey, yeah. What are some of the episodes you recorded off of Fairly Odd Parents? Well, I remember one of the episodes I recorded. I think it's from either season 6 or season 7, called what is it called? One Man Band and Frenemy Mine. I remember recording that one. Does anime does Wubsy's animation look modern? Not really. Like it came out in around 2007, so no. I would say it's kind of classic in a way. Let's put it that way. Even though it's from 2006. Okay. Yeah, it does look like it's from 2010, but I wouldn't say it's that modern. Like compared to something like Regular Show or Adventure Time. Yeah, not really. I still have these 3 shows. Lucky you. I believe you don't have Paramount Plus, so if you don't, then hey, you still get some classic shows to watch without them being on DVD. I don't know why, but I still saved recordings of Ed, Edd n Eddy airing on Boomerang from September 2020. I'm not deleting them because I like the show. Man, dude, you are so freaking lucky. Like I remembered still having them as late as March of 2022, but unfortunately they were deleted because we had to get another cable box because the other one got shut down or the other one just wasn't working properly, and we had to replace the other one with like a different cable box. And with that, those recordings were gone. But since you were able to keep them, hey, kudos to you. My favorite episode of Fairly Odd Parents is Chin Up. That's cool. What's your opinion on Flash animation? At times it's good, but other times it's kind of like bad on the eyes, if you know what I mean. Like my eyes could handle it, but like yeah, my eyes can handle it, but sometimes I just can't look at them clearly, if you know what I mean. It's one of the best episodes of all time in live action. What's your opinion on traditional 2D animation, digital flash animation, CGI 2000s animation, stop motion animation, and live action? The traditional 2D I like. Digital flash animation, okay. CGI 2000s animation is pretty dated. Stop motion animation I like, and live action animation, yes, I do. I like. Which is better, flash animation or hand drawn? Hand drawn, even though it takes a long time. Do you have recordings of Boomerang from September 2020? Unfortunately, I don't. Like, I remembered having recordings when they aired Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Baby Looney Tunes, but I no longer have them. Some say anime is boring. Yeah, I could agree. Hmm. Maybe I could stop this at 3:15 since I still have to get through this one. I agree. Classic 90s/2000s traditional beats modern, for sure. Yeah. Hand drawn takes long, flashy feels lazy. I agree. But I believe with hand drawn animation, you have to draw like maybe 10,000 pictures to make a full episode, depending on how long you want your episodes to be. Does Flash feel lazy to you? It does. I think the Fairly Odd Parents should come back to T-Nick because it's one of Nick's best shows in the 2000s. Nah, it should be on Nicktoons. Like, it doesn't even belong to T-Nick. Nick Rewind or not. Alright, 3 o'clock, we're getting started. After this commentary, I think I should close. Whoopsies, Flash animation, so lazy animation, huh? Well, again, at least it doesn't look like messy or anything, so not really. Plus, it was from the early 2000s, so that's something else that makes sense. It's a teen show too, most likely Nicktoons. I wouldn't say it's a teen show since it's rated TV wide 7. Plus, I don't think the Fairly Odd Parents makes like adult jokes or something. Wubsy is mid 2000s, that makes sense. Nicktoons refuses to air classics, that's why you see those TBA slots. Or they're really just thinking about what shows they want to air. Okay, so I think it's about high time I do this. Took about a good 15 minutes in the chat, so let's see here. So I know a lot of you, if not all of you, don't even know the show, but I was one of those people that actually do know it, alongside others like Jason the Cartoon Fan and Medora TV. So let's go ahead and take a look at the salute, and we'll see what I said. Since I haven't checked out this video for a while, so let's see. Let's see.
Crashbox, oh my goodness, this show is awesome. This show involves rusty robots, don't know their names, but
Of course, they don't have names. They're just named robots, so yeah. Not much.
they like to build 18 games, 7 or 8 in each episode. There are 18 games, but I'm only going to explain 5 because this is going to take up too much time.
Honestly, I could have went through 7, but I understand why I wanted to do 5, because it's like, not many people know about the show, but they do need a nice refresher to know what it is.
Anyways, let's begin.
Ah, yes. This is my favorite game of the show, and it still is. This guy.
The first game I want to talk about is Captain Bones. Pretty much my all-time favorite game in this entire show.
Yep, basically just what my past self is saying.
Because it involves this gold dude who goes by the name of Captain Bones, of course, and he mainly tries to fix up puzzles and math problems in the wrong space with his bones. And
this game is such a classic, and it definitely, once you see it, you know exactly like what the show is, or it just makes you really think of Crashbox or something.
Pretty much all you have to do is try and get them right.
Oh my god, the the camera angles are like the way I'm moving. It's so bad.
What I really love about this is that mainly because they use SpongeBob music in the background.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't mention it here, because I had a straight feeling that my past self was going to mention it too. But yeah, this show actually uses SpongeBob music, which is the Twin Sisters one, used in some episodes. Sometimes in the title cards, like in Imitation Crabs and Growth Spouts.
If you listen closer to the music, you'll hear.
No, I actually hummed the song. Oh my god, so cringe.
And you already know at the top of your head, you're gonna think of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Jeez, man, those birds are so annoying. I bet my birds are looking at this video now and they're like, "Oh man, we shouldn't have tweeted this much back then. We're such idiots or something."
That's what I really love about this. They use a soundtrack from SpongeBob. How cool is that?
Yeah, that is pretty cool actually, but let's be real. Other shows use SpongeBob music too, like Bill Nye the Science Guy, Beavis and Butthead, Camp Lazlo, The Mighty Bee, and stuff like that.
Second game I want to talk about is Wordshake. Pretty much my second all-time favorite game of the show.
That's still true. This game still holds up. It's definitely a classic, and it's one of the most not only coolest and unique games, but it's fairly different. It's like physically like extremely different from all the other games shown in the show, like played in the show.
Because you got this guy named Wordshake Chef, and you pretty much have to fix up words from the words he's giving you. Like, for example, in this picture you can see carrot and ice.
I really liked how I used the like the words they show as a good example. So yeah, it's great.
And when you put those together, it makes paradise, the place Chef Pee Pee wants to go.
that is true. He did want to go to paradise in that one episode, one SML movie where Junior makes 3 wishes, but he makes the second wish where he wishes Chef Pee Pee back, and then the third wish he wishes to be a dinosaur, which is just stupid.
But anyways, I really enjoy this game a lot, and I hope you guys will too. Next game I want to talk about is Psychomath.
You know, I honestly thought I use a different picture for this. Like I would use the picture of Professor Rocket talking to the camera, which that was the picture I used in my ranking list of the top 18 Crashbox games ranked from worst to best, which is cool. But I should have used this same picture, but unfortunately I didn't.
Pretty much my third favorite Crashbox game of all time.
Yeah, with Captain Bones and Psychomath being in my top 3 favorite Crashbox games, you can tell you could tell that I actually like math. Like, I know a lot of you guys do not like math, but for me, I was a math kid because I actually knew about numbers and stuff, and of course, I know how to operate cash registers. So yeah, there you go. I actually know how to solve math equations, but maybe not the toughest ones, like 4x like plus 5 or something. I don't know. Just a random example.
You got this guy named goes by the name of Professor Rocket, and he gives you 3 different pictures, and you have to decide which number it is to make the answer. For example, 100 something plus 4 something minus 4 something equals 100 something. That's a good example. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Using the like examples in the picture shown is actually pretty clever. I like that.
I love this game so much. Next game.
Is this really the best one I could choose of distraction news? Like, I could have just done a picture without the distraction in the way, but nevertheless, I did not.
What I want to talk about is distraction news. In this one, you have this person who goes by the name of Doris Smarmy gives you, like, tells you something, and there's like distraction things all over the screen, and you gotta figure out.
Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna stop. All right, sorry. Continue. Let's actually go back a little bit just to memories.
Doris Smarmy gives you, like, tells you something, and there's like distraction things all over the screen, and you gotta figure out, and you gotta listen closely to her and not get distracted. And she gives you 5 questions at the end to make sure you were participating. I don't know which number this is my favorite in, but it's a good one.
In my list video, I put it at number 11, in which, yeah, I guess it's a good spot for it. This is another one of those games where you remember it and you're like, oh hey, oh yeah, we know which show this is from. You know, I'm honestly surprised I didn't talk about Sketchpad, because if I actually brought up Sketchpad, I would have definitely compared that to Ed, Edd n Eddy. But hey, I did bring it up in the list video, and I did say it was like Ed, Edd n Eddy, so yeah. Maybe I'll do a commentary on that in another stream, but we'll see.
The one I want to talk about is Eddie Bull. In this one, this kid goes by the name of Eddie Bull, of course. He just goes in a random animal's stomach, and he gives you Blue's Clues. I'm just kidding. He gives you clues.
Blue's Clues. Oh, that's perfect. I love how I made a joke about that, a pun. That was brilliant.
It's based on which animal he's inside. So this is a pretty cool one. So out of all these 5 I've explained to you guys, I would say Crashbox is a really good show.
Again, I could have done like 7 or 10. Like, this was only a almost 4-minute video, so I could have done that, but I guess it makes sense. You know, I would talk about these games later on in another video, of course, the list video I mentioned, but yeah, that was a nice explanation, I guess.
You know who else thinks it's cool? Rabbiteer's vlog. Dude, if you're watching this, I hope you agree with me, man. Make sure.
Yeah, he is a user that has watched my stuff and knows about me and was one of my subscribers back then. But I'm honestly surprised. Well, I didn't know Medora and Jason the Cartoon Fan around the time, so it makes sense. But yeah.
A comment on my vid. Anyways, I don't know who hates the show, so I'm gonna leave that be.
As a matter of fact, I don't think I know a single person that hates the show. Like, barely anyone knows it, so it's perfect. Makes sense.
So, and I don't know what else is better or what sucks, so I'll leave that be too.
Okay, at least I'm not getting to the cringe stuff, so that's good.
So Crashbox forever. Stay tuned for the next salute.
And that's it with the commentaries. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back here. Maybe refresh. Let's take a look at your guys' comments here. Nicktoons refuses Air Classics. That's why yeah, I had mentioned that. Those years. What's your favorite year in the 2000s? Probably 2002, since I was born in that year. 2007 through 2009 late, 2001. Did you know that the creator of Chowder created Jellystone? Yes, I did. And even Chowder made an appearance in that show, which is pretty cool. The reason why Quick Draw McGraw can't air on TV again is because it has music that was used in SpongeBob and Camp Lazlo. Oh, really? I've never seen Quick Draw McGraw, so yeah. I don't know if you guys could see, but that's my kitty down there. I'm actually surprised Dylan Thomas didn't join. Like, he's been asking about my kitty, actually, so yeah. It's pretty cool. Alright. Unless you have... Oh, no. I'm just going to say, unless you guys have more stuff to put down, I'm going to have to close this at 3:15. So another 4 minutes, I'll exit out. So, since no one else is here, like, no one else is saying anything, I think I should go over the next videos I would be doing commentaries on. So, I've actually done commentaries on exactly 5 salutes and 5 rants. So, I'm thinking maybe next month or March, most likely March, I could do commentaries on my list videos. Obviously, I'm not going to do commentaries on my TV schedule videos because, well, they're too recent. So, I don't know if I should do a commentary on this video. Like, it's outdated, so it would make sense. This video, I definitely want to do a commentary on. Like, that one has aged so well, and it's been 5 years since I made it. This one I could do a commentary on. This one I could do a commentary on as well. And I know not many people are going to watch at this point, but I'll say it here, and then if I need to say it again next time I do this, I will. But if you don't understand the joke of me showing Lola 3 times in this video randomly, and I'm like, no, it's not time for you yet. Get out of here. Be this thing. And then of course I said in this, and it just really shows you that I have been watching a lot of YouTubers back then, and wanted to get inspiration from them. In which this whole picture thing as well was also inspired by Matthew Davis, who did the same thing back when he used to do list videos. This, I guess I could do as well. That's not a bad video right there. And I have my handy dandy notebook, so there you go. So this stream is about to end, so I like to... Yeah, it's about to end. More people are joining, though. I kind of got affected by the whole, like, internet connection thing, because sometimes when I have connection, and then, like, some message shows up, and it's like, you need to connect before you can continue the stream or something. I don't know. It's just weird and random stuff that appears, but I'm still able to stream even after the small message. So let's continue until 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 30 seconds, and then I'll close. But I have done pretty much everything I wanted to here. So if you guys can just stay tuned for my next video. I don't know. Well, I do plan to do another stream in 10 days. Might be a late night stream or something. But not as late as Adam Cartoons, that's for sure. But yeah, all I can say is thank you guys for tuning into the stream, and I'll just see you soon with some more videos coming on the way. Alright guys, have a good day. Goodbye.